Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Sea Power. So I'm going over the mission Dong Hoi. Commander, U.S. 7th Fleet of Surface Action Group, Oklahoma. Intelligence reports indicates the North Vietnamese are transiting large amounts of troops and supplies along the coastal highway towards the Quang Tri Province battlefront. Our primary objective is to sail along the coast, destroying large installations like docks and fuel depots. Guided missile cruiser Stert is on station in the northeast to provide air cover. We suspect the targets are defended by several coastal artillery sites. We're to maintain radio silence until otherwise directed and do not fire unless fired upon. Well, to be honest, folks, I don't know much about anything related to Vietnam. But I know Cleveland was from Detroit and Tex, well, remember where Tex come from. Anyway. Well, indeed, I don't know really anything about the Battle of Dong Hoi, which I'm probably mispronouncing. I don't understand Vietnamese, so. But so naturally, I do the first thing. I look up what every expert uses, Wikipedia. I have done a brief search on the internet. I have found some other articles on what happened at Dong Hoi, and there's some debate about what exactly went down with USS Stert. I might do this video again sometime and a bit more accurate to history with more historical commentary, but in this case I'm just going to be quoting from Wikipedia here. Again, this is only my second mission playing the game, so I'm just still kind of working out how the controls work. We have two P6 PT boats coming at Stert there. So the Stert is out there providing anti-air cover, and the Surface Action Group has the Oklahoma City there, which was the, I think, 7th Fleet flagship. It's a guided missile cruiser, and it's accompanied by the destroyers USS Lloyd Thomas and USS Higbee.
Full. Maneuvering eye.
What we need to do is,
Track 7.
is turn on our radars. Looks like we already got a missile fired at torpedo boats there. Yep. Oh, it's trying to evade. And we hit it.
7008.
Okay, well, we got another one coming at us. Fire.
Engaging track. Bulldog away. Track 7007.
Let's see if this one makes it. Yep, there's a smoke trail off there in the distance.
Bandits.
Turn fire, trying to shoot down. It was not successful.
07.
I hope it didn't fire its torpedoes, but we'll see. I'm not paying attention. I should be looking down there at the tactical display. We got two MiGs. We got a MiG coming at us.
Bandits.
That's the Higbee. There are the MiGs off in the distance.
Track.
Okay, we got one.
1.
The other one's coming in. That MiG's going right for Higbee there.
Birds away. Track 70.
Shoot it down. We got another MiG going for Higbee, another one going for Oklahoma.
Multiple ground contacts detected. Multiple.
He dropped bombs.
Ground contacts detected.
Ooh, that's not good. Okay, Higbee got hit, and she's on fire a lot. What do we got? A bunch of stuff knocked out. Our magazine just blew up. Azrock's gone. We got fires. Propulsion is damaged. Yeah. Oh, and she got hit again. There's another MiG there. Okay. I'd say Higbee is probably done for.
Track 7013. Greyhound away. Track 7.
Right, Oklahoma's firing on something. A short target with her rim 8.
Splash track 7013. Engaging track.
Yeah, she's turning hard. Look how much she's healing over.
Salvo fire. classified. Hostile.
That's an old surface-to-air missile. I'm surprised it can even be used in anti-surface mode.
Hit track 7.
Oh, yep, one of the radars for the shore-based artillery guns.
Birds away. Track 7.
Well, in a way, it is kind of accurate to history in that the Higbee was hit with a 550-pound bomb from MiG-17. Although, according to Wikipedia, the MiG-17 had made 2 previous attack runs and failed to hit, but they got lucky with the 3rd one.
Contact faded.
And the explosion destroyed the after 5-inch gun mount, which thankfully was not manned at the time because the crew had suffered a hang fire. That is a 5-inch shell was stuck in the gun, so they had evacuated the turret. That being said, the Higbee did survive the battle, and she had to go into dry dock for a while.
Hit track 700.
All right, now we're firing missiles at the. Those look like
Round away.
oil tanks.
Track 7003.
Anyway, reportedly, this is the.
Contact faded.
This was technically the first air attack on U.S. naval forces during the Vietnam War, that is, so since like World War II in Korea. And apparently the raid described here was the end of the daylight raids by the Navy.
Flooding beyond control. Abandoning ship.
Of course, this takes place in April of '72, so this is pretty late in the war, like almost at the very end of
Hit track
the Vietnam War.
003.
Alright, Higbee has sunk. That's not good. So all we have now is Oklahoma City and Lloyd Thomas in the surface action group. Okay, well, we're moving them to the north.
Track.
I gotta pay more attention to the status down there at the bottom. So it says it tells you what you're engaging and what you're engaging it with.
Turn to course. 3.
I think we're out of the range of the Oklahoma's 6-inch guns, I want to say.
Turn to course. Turn to course. 3. 6. Hell my.
Let me see. Yep. 6-inch 47 caliber Mark 16 guns. She's got. Do you have any 5-inchers? Yeah, she's got one 5-inch mount forward, just behind the #1 turret.
New.
And her on her fantail there on her stern, those guns have been replaced with a dual-mounted
Greyhound.
2-arm missile launcher.
Track 7003.
Okay, so Oklahoma City was originally a Cleveland-class light cruiser built during World War II, but she was one of 6 of those cruisers to be converted to guided missile cruisers after the war. Okay, that makes sense. Are those shore guns actually trying to shoot down that missile?
Track 7003.
Ooh, we got radar echoes to the north. That's a little disconcerting.
024. Contact faded. Track. New surface contact detected.
Okay, so the Starret there is a bell nap, which were originally destroyer leaders / cruisers, but I think in the mid-70s it was actually reclassified as a frigate. So it dropped a bit in classification. It used to be a destroyer leader / cruiser. Nope, we're downgrading you. You are now a frigate. All right, whatever you say. Anyway, this is supposedly the easiest scenario in the game thus far. Again, remember, the game is still in early access at the time I'm recording this, so there's more stuff to be added. They don't even have the campaign, right? They're working on kind of polishing up the artificial intelligence for the game. But as of currently, as of late November of 2024, this is the easiest mission of the game. It's got a 1-star difficulty rating, so... But I've already lost Higby, so I don't know. I think maybe the sub-duel was easier. Then again, this could just be like, you know, this is easy in comparison because submarines are a very kind of niche form of naval warfare. It's very cerebral, you might say. It involves a lot of patience, and submarines are all about stealth. As I like to tell people, submarines are the original stealth vehicles. Like nowadays, of course, we have all these stealth aircraft. We've got F-22s, F-35s, and so on and so forth, right? I grew up in the days in the 90s when the F-117 was the big, you know, the Nighthawk was the big stealth bomber, even though it was classified as a fighter, but it's a bomber. But yeah, stealth was like a brand new thing when I was growing up, and nowadays we have, you know, stealth fighters and stealth strike attack aircraft and all that. A submarine is the original stealth vehicle. Good luck finding a submarine underwater, especially a ballistic missile submarine. Their whole job is just go out in the ocean and hide, and you won't find it. So they're stealthier than a stealth fighter jet, essentially. So in a way, you know, submarines in games like these, they're very much about the waiting game. You ambush your target, you sneak around, you move around slowly, be very quiet. Things like this, which involve surface action groups and surface warships, it's all kind of instant gratification, you know. Oh, there's something, shoot it with the guns, you know, boom, 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 boom. So, launch some aircraft, right? Fire missiles at it. So you can, you know, you have an idea that something is out there, even if you do not directly see your target.
Track 7024 is classified. Hostile.
Yeah, it's a little bit more visceral, you might say, than the submarine is. Alright, I put up this SH-2 to try and scout out a little bit for me. So we got 2 more PT boats coming at us.
4 salvo engaging track 7.
Let's do something.
5 salvo fire.
I know those PT boats, they got anti-air guns on the front of them. Yeah, so I don't want to get them too close. I don't want to get the helo too close. Alright, let's look. Let's see. Aircraft. Wooden hull torpedo boot. Torpedo boot? Yeah. It's got 53 56s. It's an anti-surface weapon. No guidance on it, so it's just, I guess it's just a straight running torpedo. So if those fire at us, then we just turn and comb the torpedo tracks. Alright, we fired a Rim 2 at those things.
025.
Goodbye. You're dead.
4.
Here comes another one. Goodbye.
Multiple hostile ground contacts detected. Roger. Turn 270.
Yeah, the Starret there is, she's got Rim 2 Terrier missiles, surface-to-air missiles. That was actually one of the earliest surface-to-air missiles on ships, if I recall. Yeah, and they were eventually replaced by the standard family of missiles, which we still use today.
Track assigned. Ahead full. Maneuvering eye.
Oh, we got more radar echoes up there. That's concerning. Let's see. Rim 8 Talos. The Bendix Remate Talos long-range naval surface-to-air missile. Again, one of the earliest SAMs, surface-to-air missiles on Navy ships. Let's see, range on it was, oh wow, over 100 nautical miles. Yeah, that's pretty impressive for a weapon early as that, as the Remate. Yeah, in service in the late 1950s. Okay.
Track 7.
All right, we're sending our helo up there to, okay, detecting lots of sampans, good.
Track 70.
Those won't hurt us.
2 is classified. Hostile building. Track
Hostile building, the building's very hostile. Okay.
classified. Neutral merchant. Multiple surface contacts detected. Track 7029 is classified.
Listen to the way the radio chatter works in this game. It kind of sounds like,
Multiple surface.
anybody ever played Arma, the Arma series? I used to play Operation Flashpoint, and then I played Arma 3 for a long time.
Track 7034 is classified. Neutral merchant. Track 703.
Identify. Man, it's like these kind of placeholder things, you know. Identify. Tank. Bearing. Blah, 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 you know.
Classified. Neutral merchant.
I'm hit. Medic. Oh, we're taking fire from something. Shore batteries, I believe.
New ground contact detected. New ground contact
All right.
detected.
The SH-2 is getting visual on stuff. Wow, they got some good eyes on that helo. Okay, we got an EM emission 7009. Let's fire at that.
Fire.
And the problem with Oklahoma City is that her missile launchers are on the back, so she's got to turn to unmask those launchers. And she can shoot at stuff. You see, okay, looks like we got nothing up there but sampans and stuff. Let's bring her back. Turn her around. In fact, let's see, where is the, yeah.
Roger, RTB.
Return to base, please. I think you're okay.
Greyhound away. Track 7009. Multiple hostile ground contacts detected. Contact faded. Track.
If we can get those radar installations, we can prevent those guns from firing at us unless they get line of sight on us.
Hit track 7009.
We hit it, it's still turning. It's still there. You were close, but not close enough. Alright, shoot at it again, please.
Engaging track.
Yeah, I see those missiles. They come out of those doors at the rear of the ship.
Salvo fire.
They're loaded onto the arms and fired from there. And again, kind of looking at the ship models, the 3D models in this game, they're not bad. They're not incredible either. The models in this game, they do kind of look up close. If you start really looking at them really closely, they do look kind of like they're about 10 or 15 years old.
Contact faded. Track. Contact.
Maybe a little bit better than like the models in, well, actually quite a bit better though than the models in like, say, Silent Hunter 4 or something. I played that game to death when I was younger back in the day. Boom, alright, I say we got that radar. That's good.
9.
But yeah, the models in this game are good, but could be better.
Engaging track.
The water looks fairly nice, although from my understanding, like,
Salvo fire.
Making water look good in video games is really, really hard. Modeling fluid and stuff like that, it's not easy. Like the wake that these ships should be churning up should be spreading out a long ways away from their sterns. Like they should be leaving a very big, very long wake in their paths. Instead, it just kind of disappears like 50 meters behind the ship. No, it would be, you would see that wake for a long ways away. Just the churning of the water. It's probably a graphical limitation of the engine, I'm guessing. Nothing you can really do about that. Okay, just looking at some stuff. The Rim 2 Terrier there. Mid-range defensive layer for carrier strike groups.
Track 701.
Can be used in a secondary anti-surface role, yep. Oh, they have to assemble the booster fins on the thing. Okay, is it going for... Yep, it's going for a gun. Right there. Kablooey, we got it. Alright. We gotta destroy those oil tanks and those buildings. Right now, I'm kind of more concerned about the guns, the artillery guns there. We got another EM mission up there. 7010, yeah.
Contact, engage track.
Blashed it.
Greyhound away. Track, contact, engage.
Alright, engage those fuel tanks, please.
03, salvo fire.
Alright, we're just within range of the guns there.
03, salvo fire.
Use those 6-inchers. Those will put a pretty little dent in a bunch of fuel tanks. There we go. Just like blasting the enemy bunkers and stuff in the Pacific.
Greyhound away. Track 7003. Contact faded. Track. Contact faded. Track. Contact faded. Track. Hit track 7003. Track 7044 is classified.
Oh wow, gosh, I'm reading here on Wikipedia that the Rim 8 Telos can be either has a 465-pound continuous rod high explosive warhead or a W-30 nuclear warhead of 2 to 5 kilotons.
01.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I probably saw that in like Command Modern Operations or one time or whatever.
70.
But alas, again, nuclear weapons are not modeled in the game, despite there being vessels that would have nuclear weapons, like ballistic missile submarines. Which again is sort of unfortunate. It's like, why bother having them? They're kind of pointless then. They're just a scenario feature, not a... nothing you can really do with them, aside from shoot their torpedoes. Need to get this radar here.
Engage track 7010. Salvo engaging track 70. Greyhound away. Track 70. Contact faded.
We're hit.
Contact faded. Track.
Well, you'll buff that damage right out, I'm sure. Hope these guns aren't capable of doing any real serious damage to this cruiser here.
Greyhound away. Track 7010. Hit track 7010.
think these Rim-8 Talos missiles are doing a bit of a better job here. Then again, they are a larger missile with a substantially larger warhead than a Rim-2 Terrier, so there's that. It's got that going for it.
Hit track 7003.
Alright, I think we knocked it out.
Engaging track 7.
Let's take care of these medium anti-aircraft guns.
Track 7039. New surface contact detected. We've been hit.
You've been hit? That's what the armor's for. This is a Cleveland class cruiser. It's probably got like 3 to 5 inches of armor on it in certain places. You'll be fine.
Engaging track 7. We've been hit. Engage track.
Yeah. Again, I'm slowly figuring out the game. Figuring like, okay, you gotta select a weapon if you wanted to shoot it with that certain weapon. Otherwise, the unit prioritizes a certain weapon, so they'll just keep firing its missiles in anti-surface mode at those targets unless I specify, like, no, I want you to use your guns. You got all those shells in here, 150, over 380, 152 millimeter shells. Use them. You need the gun practice. Make those gun crews work. Anybody can fire missiles, Jesus.
003. Engage track 7003. Salvo fire. New surface contact detected.
I do like the soundtrack, I'll say, in this game. I'm kind of tempted to buy it. I could have bought it as a bundle with the game when I bought the game, but every time I've done that, it's like, oh well, I can get the soundtrack bundled with the game as well. I've found the soundtrack to be really underwhelming, but I kind of like this soundtrack. It's got a good variety of instrumental music. It really is good at setting the tone.
Engaging track 7039.
Kind of reminds me of kind of like 80s action movie synthesizer music.
Hit track 7003. Engaging track 70.
Let's take care of this artillery.
Track.
Screw it, we've got missiles, let's use them.
8. Engage track 7039. Salvo.
Reach out and touch something with our missiles.
Engaging track 7001. Salvo fire. Hit track 7038.
I don't think we're close enough to get that gun there.
Contact faded. Engaging track 7039. Salvo fire. We've been hit.
And Starrett's cutting right across the track of the Oklahoma there. I don't think they'll collide. I wonder if collisions are modeled in this game.
Track 7042. Salvo fire.
need to kind of learn a bit about the scenario editor. A lot of the controls in this game, I say, are fairly straightforward. Again, because I like to think of it more as like, since I never played Jane's Fleet Command, I like to think of this game more as like Command Modern Operations, but the really, really light version. Oops, I accidentally clicked on one of the sunken PT boats there. But anyway, yeah. Unlike Command Modern Operations, which just bombards you with menu after menu after menu, just in your face all the time, and the controls of this game are, I created a spreadsheet, a Google sheet with all the controls in the game.
Hit track 70.
I find the controls to be a little bit more intuitive of this game, you might say.
0. Greyhound away. Track 70. Engage track 70.
And I'm kind of excited to see what other units they add into the game over time. And what some modders can do with the game.
Engage track. Hit track 7001.
Use those 5-inch guns.
Hit track 7001.
Alright, Lloyd Thomas is putting in the work.
Engaging track 70. Greyhound away. Track 7042. Engaging track 7042. Salvo fire. Hit track 700.
Another interesting about the Battle of Dong Hoi is that supposedly a North Vietnamese Styx anti-ship missile was fired at the ships, but it was intercepted, that is, shot down.
Track
Although there's
47 is
there's pretty much nothing to verify that claim, whether or not it actually happened, so
2.
it might just be one of those things, right? They got confused, they thought it was a missile when it was an aircraft or something, or
Engage track 7.
technology was not as mature then as it was now.
1. Engage track 703.
And like many things, you know, the mind does funny things over time. It misremembers things, forgets things, or starts contorting memories and stuff like that, so. And that's the thing, you know,
We've been hit.
when you do a lot of historical research, and especially when you're collecting, you know, personal stories, oral histories, and anecdotal evidence from people, you got to be really careful about what you believe, right? As they say, like, you know, believe only half of what you see and none of what you hear. So, because despite what people claim, you know, our memories are not steel traps. So memories change over time, and you know, you may think you know something front to back, inside out, upside down, and all around, but give it a couple of decades and you'll forget some things and you'll misremember some things. Before you know it, the numbers start changing, they get bigger, smaller, or whatever. So yeah, your mind is not a photographic, you know, memory.
Salvo fire.
Despite people's claims like, oh, I can remember that thing like it was yesterday. It's like, can you?
Engaging track 70. Greyhound away. Track.
When it comes to things like anecdotal evidence and oral history and stuff like that, I usually don't take the person at their word unless I can confirm it with, you know, documented evidence, like photographs or some kind of document, you know, it's written down somewhere.
Engaging track.
That being said, if you have nothing to go on except the person's word, then yeah, I'll take it with a grain of salt, you might say, because it's the only, you know, source that I have for that information. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. That's just basic, you know, history research 101, people. So Find good sources and cite your sources.
Track 70. Hit track 7002. Engage track 70.
Oh, she got hit again.
Salvo fire.
Putting holes in the Oklahoma there. She's not going to be very happy.
7038. Salvo fire.
Well, they seem to be all above the water line, so they're above the boot top there, so I think we'll be okay. The boot top is that black line just above the water on the ships.
Salvo fire.
How'd you like to be that guy standing right underneath the muzzle of that gun with the binoculars? He probably doesn't have any hearing anymore, and he's probably suffering from brain damage, traumatic brain injury from that gun firing right above his head.
Engage track 703. Greyhound away.
Hey, we got it with a gun. Nice.
038. Engage track Greyhound away. Track 7002.
Maybe the sound effects, some of the sound effects for like the gunfire could be beefed up a bit.
We've been hit.
Have a little bit more oomph to it, you might say. It sounds pretty good, but I guess it could be worse. Oh, we did it. Most of the targets are destroyed and you can leave the area. Yeah, anyone who's played the Battle Stations games, like Battle Stations Midway or Pacific, the sound effects for the guns in those games are really wimpy sounding or underwhelming. You could be firing like a 16-inch battleship gun, and it sounds like the Foley artist, you know, is out there with a microphone and he's just banging away at a metal trash can with a baseball bat. You know, this 16-inch gun sounds like someone, you know, going bam, 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 bam. It's like, sounds wimpy, weak sauce.
Ahead full. Maneuvering eye. Ahead
The
full.
guns in this game sounds
Maneuvering eye.
better. Not amazing, but better. Alright, anyway. So, let's get ourselves out of here. Set a course for the open sea. Turn yourselves around. There's still something there shooting at us. Let's just get away from it. And I think once we hit escape and exit the mission, it'll give us the after action report, and we can see how we did. Alright. I guess the Admiral gets the Medal of Super Duper Honor, and the lowest ranking enlisted crewman gets, I don't know, a box of cookies. Yeah, pat on the back. Give the chief a box of cookies, yeah. We'll give Seaman Schmuckatelli, yep, you get a pat on the back. Good boy. Good doggy. Come back tomorrow, do it again. We'll give the chief a box of cookies, and we'll give the Admiral 50 billion medals, okay? For valor. At great risk to his own life, he performed above and beyond the call of duty. That's a hero. That's a real blue hero, folks. Let's see. We got slight damage, yeah. Had to repair some of the radars and sensors. What about you? No damage. Okay, good. Alright, let's see how we did. So long, Vietnam. We'll be back for more later. Alright, decisive victory. We destroyed a whole bunch of stuff. 4 P-6 torpedo boats, 3 MiG-17s. Last we lost Higbee and we lost our Hilo. Oh well. Alright, see you folks later.